The Morrison government likes to take credit for protecting Australians from COVID-19. Trading off the hard work of state and territory governments, a cooperative population, and an element of good luck, the government got plenty of kudos for it. But there's been way too much stubborn political game playing. The pandemic should never have been politicised by anybody, including the media. Remember us getting through it together? And now we have lies, damned lies, and statistics when it comes to COVID. It's well known governments like to portray statistics in the best possible light for them. For example, Health Minister Greg Hunt likes to tout the number of people who have received at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. But what's the reality behind the statistics? As we record this at the end of June 2021, 24% of the Australian population, or 6,183,781 people, have received one vaccine dose. But the most important statistic is the bottom figure. Sorry, Greg. Just 1,224,894 people are fully vaccinated from a population of 25.8 million. That's just 4.7% as of 29th of June 2021, just as the Delta variant has arrived in Australia. Or to put it another way, we're at the bottom of this ranking. Australia wins the wooden spoon for the worst vaccine rollout of OECD nations. No wonder Scotty suddenly announced that under 60s could now have Astra Zeneca, and that GPs would be indemnified against adverse patient reaction. Let's hope that doesn't go pear-shaped. You've got to improve those statistics somehow, hey Scotty? Just quietly, it is estimated that 94% of the population needs to be immune to stop the chain of transmission of a highly infectious disease. We now know the Morrison and Hunt show botched the vaccination program through their incompetent negotiations with Pfizer and over-reliance on the Astra Zeneca vaccine. Astra Zeneca is now being phased out and more Pfizer brought in, or so the latest announcements tell us. The Morrison regime never learns from their mistakes. They never admit they got something wrong. Remember the COVID Safe app? And not only do they lie, their lies are easily debunked. Front of the queue for vaccines. Front of the queue behind Europe and the US. Public confidence in our nation's leaders is rightly shaken, and the hard work of state and territory governments is under threat. Meanwhile, around the world, the nations leading on vaccine rollouts are also adopting COVID-19 self-tests. The tests empower people to contribute to managing the spread of COVID-19. The tests contribute to matching the speed of detection with the speed of infection. The Morrison government has banned the use of these tests here. Say what? The Morrison government has prohibited supply of self-tests under the Therapeutic Goods Act. A stark contrast to the thinking from the National Academy of Sciences. These sorts of tests would arm the public with real-time knowledge of their infection status. Newly infected people could isolate at home, severing transmission chains and stopping the spread of the virus. Canada, the UK, US and many member states of the EU have approved COVID-19 self-tests. Germany's Chancellor Angela Merkel told lawmakers that making rapid tests more available and boosting testing capacity could make a return to normality more durable. MyBio, the first European-produced and certified COVID self-test, is now available in Ireland. Their managing director said COVID-19 antigen self-testing has proved to be a powerful tool as we learn to live with the virus and its variants. Millions of self-tests are used worldwide every day, empowering societies and economies to reopen. The US Food and Drug Administration approved the first over-the-counter rapid COVID test. And guess what? It's a Brisbane company that's produced the goods. Our focus is enabling the US to minimise community transmission and reopen as quickly as possible, said Illum's Australian founder and CEO, Dr. Sean Parsons. The Illum COVID-19 home test is an essential tool for the broader pandemic response in the US. It's bad enough that the Morrison government has effectively banned COVID-19 self-tests. But even worse is that they ignored a critical innovation from the Brisbane-based company Illum. Dr. Parsons told ABC National's Fran Kelly the Morrison government was not very interested in his innovation. Meanwhile, the Queensland state government gave the company a grant to assist in scaling up their manufacturing capabilities. The short-sightedness of the Morrison government is on full display, to the detriment of the Australian people, society and the economy. Imagine feeling unwell and not having to queue up for a COVID test because you could test at home. Imagine being able to travel again because you've taken a self-test. Whilst other countries have been swift to pick up on solutions that offer pathways out of COVID, our government's response to the pandemic has stagnated. We need to be equipping and empowering people to help defeat COVID-19. With a competent vaccine rollout and self-testing, we'd go a long way to achieving that. But the Morrison government seems to lack interest in innovation and doesn't have the capability to apply technology for the benefit of all. They're just one long blunder down under, and we deserve better.